In this video, we are going to find composite of function of two polynomial functions. So we are given that f of x equal to x squared plus 3x minus 1 and g equal x plus 2. So we are going to find four of different things. We are find f of g of x, of f of x, g of x, and we are find f of g of 2. So for the last one, this will be the only one that has numeric answer because we are looking for number. So we are going to replace that x with the 20. I just want to make sure that show you how to do that so you had to do that as well. So first one that we are going to do is we are going to find f of g of x, and if you want to you could write this as f and then in g of x, because what this telling us to do is it is telling us to take our g of x equation, which is x plus 2, and we are going to put that in for our x in our f equation. So g of x is equal to x plus 2, and so what we are going to do this everywhere that we have an x in this equation, we are going to take and we are going to replace it with x plus 2. So I would have 2 times x plus 2 squared plus 3 times x plus 2 minus 1. Okay, now all we have to do is to go through though and simplify this. So remember that when you do x plus 2 squared, don't forget to middle term, because this really means x plus 2 times x plus 2. So when you multiply it out, the first term will be x times x, which should give me x squared, and then I would have to 2 times x. So that would give me 4x in the middle plus 2 square, which is 4 plus then we would distribute the 3 into the x plus 2 only. So I would have 3x plus 6 minus 1. So now what we want to do is we are going to take and distribute our 2 in and just a term that we so this would give us 2x squared, 8x of plus 8 plus 3x, and I'm going to go ahead and continue these two together just so I don't have to write both of them plus 5, and this would simplify into 2x squared. I would have the 8x and the 3x. I am combining like terms, 11x plus 13, and this would give us our final answer. So the 2x squared plus 11x plus 13 is the equation that I would get when I compose my f equation with my g of x equation. For this second, we are going to find 6 of f of x. So this time what it is telling us to do is now we are going to take our f of x equations and we are going to replace all of our x in our g equation with our f of x equation. We are really finding g of 2x squared plus 3x minus 1. So if I replace this into here, all I am going to do is replace this x right here with 2x squared plus 3x minus 1. So really, if I were trying to find this, my g of f of x is going to equal this part right here. Like I said, I am just going to replace the x in my g of x equation with 2x squared plus 3x minus 1, and then we still have the plus 2 in our equation. So I would just simplify this out and I would be left with 2x squared plus 3x and the only thing that I combined is the -1 in the two, which should give us +1. All right, for the next one, just let me to go ahead and write this down. We are going to find g of x. Since I need just the g of x equation, I am just going to write down again what g of x is equal to. So remember, g of x is the x plus 2, and if it takes for you to compose something on itself, so g of x means that I'm really going to take and place into my g equation the g of x equation. I am really finding g of x plus 2. All I have to do is take this x right here and replace it with the expression x plus 2. So I really have x plus 2 plus 2. So end up with the x plus 4, and that would be my final answer, because I can't simplify anything further. And for this, you do have to be aware of the domain where this of the polynomial function, it does not matter, because the domain of polynomial function is -infinity to +infinity. Any real number can be plugged in here. So if you are composing a polynomial function with the polynomial function, the domain for all of this is just going to be a real number, because there are no restriction on polynomial functions. I just wanted to address that really quickly in case you are into the one of your question. The last thing that we are going to do to find f of g of 2. So the last one, what we are going to do is find f of g of 2, and what this is telling us to do is we are really going to find our f equation, but we are going to replace it with our g of 2 equation. I am just going to quickly write down the two equations so that we have them again. We know that f of x is 2x squared plus 3x minus 1, and we know that g of x is x plus 2, just so that I have that here. What this is telling us to do is to start with this. Let's find g of 2. If I find g of 2, that just tell me the plug into my equation. So g of 2 is really 4. So what I am really finding is f of 4. Since g of 2 equals 4, I am going to find f4. So now what this tells us to do is to take and replace all of my x in my of x equation with the 4. So I would have 2 times 4 squared plus 3 times 4 minus 1, and then all we have to do is to simplify. So this really gives me 2 times 16 plus 3 times 4 is 12 minus 1. If I do 2 times 16, that gives me 32 plus 12 give me 40. 4 minus 1 give me 43. So f of g of 2 is 43. This one, the reason that we have numeric answer is because it asks us to plug in a 2 for all of the rest of them. They just wanted it in terms of x. As always, thanks for watching. If you have any question, please let me know.